Hello everyone, a warm good afternoon to all the students. We know you all are a bit nervous and excited that you have already given your English exam. So we welcome all the students on our platform today. So where we will be sharing the live solution with all of you. So this is your English faculty Divya Chandwani.
And I'm Miss Imran.
So yes, let's get started now. So all the best to all the students for your next exam. And now without wasting any more minute, let's quickly start with our today's paper. So first of all, ma'am, let's start with the reading comprehension part. So students, we hope that your exam was good. We know the level was a little good today when we were even solving the paper. But we hope you performed really well. So ma'am, shall we start with the first section, that is section A, reading comprehension part. And yes, students, we are going to solve the first set, that is 2 to 3. So yes, those who have got set number 2 to 3, please be with us and let's get started.
Let's begin.
Okay, so yes, here we go. Let's start with the first passage that we have. It was related to fossil fuels. So
Alright, Divya ma'am will explain you this passage. I'll come in the next one.
Yes. Okay, so let's start with the first passage, that is the fossil fuel part. And instead of reading the entire passage which we have already read, we will try to move to the questions directly. So this was the passage that you have got related to fossil fuels, oil, coal and natural gas. And these are the most traditional sources for power generation. The energy that's produced from any source other than fossil fuels is termed as alternative energy, and between these two sources, using alternative energy has a lower environmental impact. So you have already read this passage very carefully while you were solving your paper. So let's move towards the next part where we will solve the questions. Okay, this was your passage. So yes, this is again the part where they have mentioned about the geothermal electricity. Okay, they have mentioned about the windmill also. So as you can clearly see, when it comes to energy efficiency, the leader of the renewable energy pack is wind energy. So all these important points I hope you have already read. Now let's move towards the question part which you have been waiting so eagerly. Okay, so here we go. Let's start with the first question that we have. Okay, Simran ma'am will be back, don't worry, she'll be back with in the second passage. Okay, so the first question that we have is, which of the following statements best describes the difference between renewable energy sources and alternate energy sources? So yes, the options are on your screen. Alternative energy sources are more expensive than renewable energy sources. No, this is not the answer. Renewable energy sources are inexhaustible, whereas alternate energy sources could be exhaustible. When you will read the passage very carefully, you will be able to understand that option B is your correct answer. Alternative energy sources are as renewable energy sources. No, renewable energy sources are exhaustible, but alternative energy sources are inexhaustible. But the most appropriate answer according to the passage is option B. So I hope you have selected option B, which is the correct answer. Very good, Priyanka, if you have selected that. Yes, that's absolutely correct. Good job, Darshan. B is absolutely correct. Now let's move to the next question that we have. Now what you have to do is, what is the tone of the writer in the given lines from paragraph 4? So let's go back to paragraph 4 again so that you can have a look what the author is trying to say in paragraph 4. Yes, let's read this passage, this part once again. The equipment necessary to harness energy from alternative sources used to be so expensive that it wasn't practical for consumer use. However, thanks to increased demand, more experienced energy developers, competitive supply chains, improved renewable technologies and enhanced energy efficiency capabilities, that's no longer the case. So you can clearly see the tone of the author in this particular paragraph is very thankful. So yes, Darshan, you can write that the tone of the author was thankful, or you can also say it was very solution oriented. So the tone of the author was thankful and solution oriented in paragraph number 4. So that is your correct answer. Okay, so I hope that's clear to everyone. We have solved question number 1 and question number 2. Now let's move towards the third question that we have. Complete the sentence appropriately. In the past, alternative energy Just a second. Yes. So the third question says that in the past, alternative energy sources were not used much by the consumers because. So yes, I'll show you the answer where you can find it out. They were not used much by the consumers because it is clearly mentioned in the passage. So let's go back to the passage once again. Yes, so here it is, the equipment necessary to harness energy from alternative sources used to be so expensive. So this is your answer, as it used to be expensive, that's why it was not practically possible for consumers to use it. So that's why this is the correct answer. No, Adamya, that's not the case. I hope your answers are correct. Yes, so this is the correct answer, that they were expensive, that's why it was not practical for consumer use. So I hope all the students have written that as their correct answer. Okay, so now let's move towards the next question that we have, and that is a bit interesting one. That is, you have to select the antonym pairs. Okay, what you have to do here is, the passage includes some words that are opposites of each other from sets A to E. They have given us 5 options. You have to identify the 2 sets of the correct antonyms. Antonyms, students, you all know the meaning of antonyms is opposite of each other. Synonyms is similar to each other. Beta, this is set number 2 to 3. Okay. So now let's quickly see, it's very easy. First option we can easily identify, that is exhaustible and inexhaustible. You can see it by the name itself that they are antonyms to each other. One is exhaustible, the other one is inexhaustible. So that's correct. Now if we talk about generate and produce, they cannot be the antonyms, because generate also means to produce something or to start something new, and produce and generate will be the synonyms. Now if we talk about subtle and versatile, they cannot be the synonyms. That will be absolutely wrong. Why it will be wrong? Because what is the meaning of subtle and versatile? Versatile is in all the different possible ways. Okay, so it cannot be the answer, it cannot be the antonym. But if we talk about sustainable and exhaustible, so yes, these are the antonyms to each other. Because what is exhaustible? Something which will not continue for a longer duration, it will end. And sustainable is something which will go on for a longer duration. So that's why sustainable and exhaustible and inexhaustible, these are the 2 antonyms that you have got. Okay. Mukta, we will solve one more set, do not worry, just be patient and we will solve that. Okay. Now let's move to the next. Okay, who is the leader of renewable energy pack and why? This was the question that I showed you even when we were reading the passage. So if you remember, yes, let's go back. Who is the leader of renewable energy pack? So who was the leader? Very easy. I want all the answers in the chat box. Okay, before I show you the correct answer. Who is the leader? Yes, here is the answer. Who is the leader to? The leader of the renewable energy pack is wind energy. And why it is the, they have also asked us the reason that why it is the correct answer. So you have to write down, wind power serves both individuals and entire communities. It is versatile and can be produced from small scale windmills or wind turbines on residential properties. So that's why this is the correct answer. It is the leader of the renewal pack, and this is the answer, this is the reason also. Okay, so I hope that's clear to everyone. Now let's move towards the next question that we have. Okay, so yes, next question says that based on the reading of the passage, examine in about 40 words, you have to tell us the difference between geothermal electricity and hydroelectricity. This question I personally find it very easy, because you just have to write down the difference between geothermal electricity and hydroelectricity, and they have given it in the passage. So let's go back to the passage again, and I'll just quickly highlight it so you can even check that have you mentioned that as your correct answer or not. So here it is, very easy. Geothermal power by tapping into underground reservoirs of hot water and steam. Geothermal electricity can directly heat and cool buildings generated from the energy of moving water. Hydroelectricity, which is also known as your hydropower, is produced when water behind a dam causes turbine blades to move as it flows through an intake. So yes, that is your basic difference between your geothermal and your hydroelectricity. So that was clearly mentioned in the passage and it was very, very easy. Okay, so this is very easy. So now let's move towards the next part. Okay, next question. So this was the answer for this one. Write down in about 40 words the difference between geothermal electricity and hydroelectricity. Is it clear to everyone? Have you also written the same thing? Okay. Okay, so now comes the difficult part that we have. So all the questions that we were discussed were of almost average level. The previous one was quite easy. Let's move towards the next question, which is a bit difficult. What is the message conveyed by the passage? Not so difficult. If you will read it carefully, you'll get the answer. So what have you selected, students? Yes, Ghost Star Gamer. Yes, I am listening to you. Alka, what have you selected? Please tell me your correct answers. Only those energy sources should be used which are renewable. No, it was not mentioned in the passage, so it cannot be the message. Wind energy is a renewable as well as inexhaustible source of energy. No, that was also not which was clearly stated. There are plenty of renewable energy sources that can be used to replace traditional energy sources. Yes, this is the correct answer. So when I was reading the passage, you know, anybody could have got confused in C and D. I can see students have written D also. I'll tell you why it is not the correct answer. Alternative energy sources are the emerging energy trends and are still evolving. Okay, students have written D, but why it is not correct? Because in almost all the paragraphs, the author was talking about different kinds of energy. Okay, in one he was talking about geothermal, then it was wind energy, hydropower. So, you know, different energies were mentioned. So, we cannot say that alternative energy sources are the emerging energy trend. It was just in one paragraph. But there are plenty of renewable energy sources that can be used to replace traditional energy sources. That was the main gist, or that was the main thing that the author was trying to convey. So, the correct answer is option C, not D. Those who have selected D, I don't think so it will be correct. You wrote option A. No, A won't be the correct answer. So sorry for that. Let's move towards the next question. Last question of reading comprehension. First reading comprehension. State whether the following statement is true or false with reference to the given extract. Okay, and what is the extract? What does it say? It says that it talks about hydroelectricity. Hydroelectricity as a renewable energy source is used for residential as well as commercial purpose. I'll take you back to the passage, but before that just think about it. Do we use hydroelectricity in our house? Do we do that? Those have written true. You have to think about it. Do you use hydroelectricity at your homes? Do we use it for residential purpose? No, we do not use it, right? And even it's not clearly mentioned in the passage also. They haven't mentioned any such thing that we use it for residential purpose. They have just mentioned about hydro, yes. So here they have mentioned, please have a look. Hydroelectricity, also known as hydropower, is produced when water behind a dam causes turbine blades to move as it flows through an intake. Okay, the turbine blades then rotate a generator to produce electricity that is sent to power homes. No mention of residential thing that we use it at our homes. So yes, of course, it cannot be true. The answer for this would be false. Hydroelectricity as a renewable energy source is used for residential as well as commercial purposes. False, because it is not mentioned. So I hope all the students have selected their correct answers. Okay, so now it's time for us to move towards the next passage, that is passage number 2, which Simran ma'am will help you to solve it. So thank you everyone.
Alright, so am I audible and visible, children? Audible and visible perfectly? We'll begin with this. Mango is Asia's most popular fruit and it has gained popularity around the world. It's about mango. It has long been a component of culture and religion as useful and tasty fruit. In addition to taste, it has many good qualities, thus making it to be called as king of fruits. Major mango growing states in India include Andhra Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Karnataka, Bihar, Gujarat and Tamil Nadu. Andhra Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh are the leading states in mango production. Mango is grown in an area of 5.58 million hectares. This is important of area in the world. India is the largest producer of mangoes with 46.02 and 45.88% of the total world area and production. Here we are talking about production and area. So if it is asked in the question, we can answer this from here only. Alright. India, being the major shareholder in terms of mango production, exports only 0.52% of its total production, indicating the huge gap in exporting of mangoes. Okay, export is less. Peru exports about 46%, Thailand 24%, Mexico 18%, Brazil 11% of their total mango production. These countries are the bigger challenges for Indian mango exports. ठीक है, हमारे लिए बड़ी challenges हैं. Hence, efforts are needed to evolve cheap transportation mechanism. Efforts की requirement है हमें. Increase the trade agreement with major importing countries and enhance the productivity. The top importing country is USA. It is in the top list. However, India exports only 2% of its total export to the USA. The USA, European countries, the UK, the Malaysia and Russia can be the other hotspot where India can target to export the mangoes. ये हमारे future के targets हो सकते हैं. The critical issue for exporting to the USA is transportation cost. सबसे ज़्यादा जो hindrance है, it is the transportation cost, and one more, due to sea road distance. Distance is more, and limited shelf life of mango. These are the reasons. While for Europe, transportation cost as well as competition by African countries are the major hurdles. Now there is a chart given about major export destinations of Indian mangoes in 2019 to 20. We will see that. So this is your, like in USA, this is the percentile, Kuwait. Now we'll move towards question, alright, then we'll come to this again, if it is required. Complete the following analogy appropriately based on your understanding of para 1. We can say that for becoming the king of jungle, lion has to be the strongest, bravest and the fiercest. ठीक है, किंग ऑफ जंगल बनने के लॉयन को ये सब कुछ चाहिए. ऑलराइट. तो सिमिलरली मैंगो इज नोन एज द किंग ऑफ फ्रूट्स. अब मैंगो को किंग ऑफ फ्रूट्स कहलाने के लिए क्या चाहिए होगा? एनालॉजी यू नो ना, सिमिलैरिटी बिटवीन टू थिंग्स. तो यहाँ पर सिमिलैरिटी गिवन है. अब हम पैरा 1 पे आ जाते हैं. विल कम टू पैरा 1 टू फाइंड द आंसर ऑफ दिस क्वेश्चन. सी, from here, mango is Asia's most popular fruit and it has gained popularity around the world. It has long been a component of culture and religion as a useful and tasty fruit. In addition to taste, it has many good qualities, thus making it to be called king of fruits. All set? Clear? Now we'll come to next question. Alright, next is fill in the blank. Fill in the blanks with the appropriate option from those given in brackets based on your understanding of para 2. Now let's see what you have ticked or what you have mentioned. The statement that India is the largest producer of mangoes with 45.88 percentile of the total world production. This we have already read in the passage. We'll come to it, but first of all, let us find answers for this, no? Whatever we are solving in the class. So, where I was, India is the largest producer of mangoes with 45.88% of the total world production, can be attributed to Indian orchidist is in. Now, is it a fact or opinion? Because it is a subjective judgment or objective detail. This is very easy. Very good. Dharmesh Kumar. हाँ जी, ये fact ही है. Audible? Alright, sorry for the disturbance. Now I guess I am audible properly to everybody. Yes, we were to this question only. Voice is coming, no, everyone? No voice. Alright, now we'll begin with the same thing. So second का answer, yes, it is a fact. ये आपका fact है. And the reason being, it is objective detail. Alright, it is not subjective judgment. So this is the correct answer. Next, third is justification, where you have to justify the statement in about 40 words. Alright, so India being the major shareholder in terms of mango production, exports only 0.52% of its total production. Like why? ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है? इतना हमारा shareholder है, then only हमारा जो है इतना minimum क्यों है? What is the reason? So let's come to para 3, I would say. Yes, I told you in the beginning also. So the critical issue is transportation cost due to zero distance and limited shelf life of mango. Okay, this would be the reason. Yes, Aryan, I have taken your name. Next, we'll come to next question. So this we have done. Coming to next question. Based on the table, which 3 countries were at par with each other in terms of mango import from India? Now at par, first of all, what does this mean? At par का मतलब क्या होता है? Equal. So we have, we saw that chart, that table. From that you have to tell me कि which 3 countries are at par. So this is 1, 2 and 3. So this is going to be the correct answer. Coming to the next question. Next question is, the top mango importing country is the USA. We have read USA है top में. However, India exports only 2% of its total export to the USA. ठीक है, India सिर्फ 2% export कर रही है. State any one inference that can be drawn from this. Like what can be derived? किससे क्या derive हो रहा है वो आपको बताना है. So what will be the answer of this question? Again we'll move towards the passage to find out the answer. कि why it is happening. Okay. So see, the USA, where I was. Alright, the critical issue for exporting to USA is transportation cost due to sea route distance and limited shelf life of mango, while for Europe, transportation cost as well as competition by African countries are the major hurdles. Next, coming to the next question. In the given sentence taken from para 2, select the option that correctly replaces the underlined word. What have you marked in this? Yes, who will tell me the answer of this question? What you have marked? Shivansh, Anil, Bhakti, Sweet Girl, Arjun, alright? I know you all are in my class. So, these countries are the bigger challenges for Indian mango exports. Challenges word को आपको, in exchange of this word, you have to choose any word from these 4 options. Enigmas. Enigmas is related to problems. ये आपका problems related है. Difficult situation. Solutions is solution to the problem. Provocations का मतलब होता है provoke करना, to provoke. Alright. Dispute is disagreement when you don't agree with something. Okay. So C and some are saying B and some are also saying A. See, the correct answer is B. Solutions. See, what is given in the question? Select the option that correctly replaces the underlined word with its most likely antonym, opposite. इस word को opposite आपने टिक करना था, synonym नहीं टिक करना था. Yes. Coming toward question number 7th. Why is India described as the largest producer of mangoes in the world? Why? Tell me. What have you written? So, Mango is grown in an area of 5.58 million hectares of area in the world. India is the largest producer of mangoes with 46.02 and 45.88% of the total world area and production respectively. However, India being the major shareholder in terms of mango production, indicating the huge gap. This will not right. This one is fine. Now we'll come to next question. In passage 1, options were more, I think. Alright, and in this options are less. Fill in the blank sort of questions are there, or you have to write by your own considering the passage. Next question. Shall we come to next question? We are done with this. So, option. I was talking about options and we have options in this question. Which of the following is the main takeaway from the study mentioned in the passage? Passage में जो आपने पढ़ा, ठीक है? What is the essence of that? क्या उसका जो है gist है? Yes, Huzefa. Am I correct? So, India needs to produce more mangoes so that more can be exported. Option number 1. And tell me आपने क्या tick किया है? The UAE imported most mangoes from India in 2019 to 2020. India is the largest producer of mangoes and by putting in more efforts has the potential to be the largest exporter too. More studies needed to find ways to increase the export. See, study के बारे में तो we don't have like talked in that. Yes, very good. Option C is the correct answer. Alright, unique, Poojan, Atishay, Harsh, yes. We'll go with the option number C. This one is correct. Now tell me how many of you have done like correct, how many marks you scored out of 20 in both the passages. कितने marks आए बच्चों? Honest review बताइए. How much have you scored? We are done with both the passages. How much you have scored? Now we'll come to grammar section. Grammar and writing, yeah. So for that, I would like to call Deva ma'am again. She's going to be with you for this. I hope you're excited to know the answers of the entire question paper which you did in the morning itself. Alright, 14, 15, 17, 19, oh my god, you have scored so well. Okay. No?
Yes, students, so as ma'am was asking you, I have the same question, that how many marks you have got in your reading comprehension part. We really hope that you have got 20 out of 20, if not 20, expecting at least 18 or 19 from our dear students. So yes, now let's move towards the next part that we have. Ma'am, I had only written MCQ option in Hindi exam and will I get marks? How can you write Hindi in your English exam? So sorry. Hindi exam, okay. Ma'am, I had written one MCQ option in Hindi exam. Okay. Okay, now let's move towards the next section that we have, that is your grammar section, and I was continuously checking your comments. All the students are waiting for, the writing section answers. So here we go. Let's get started with the first question that we have, and you have to write down the correct form of verb, okay? So the first question says that fill in the blank by using the correct form of the word which is given in the bracket for the given portion of a letter. So that we have, some part of the letter and we have to write down the correct answer. We hope that you continue to work with the same zeal and keep dash us, and bracket they have mentioned surprise, okay. So dash us with such remarkable performances. We thank you and wish you good luck for your upcoming projects. Regards. So what will be the correct answer? We hope that you continue to work with the same zeal and keep surprising us. So what will be your correct answer? Your correct answer will be surprising, okay. So that will be your correct answer. I hope you have selected the correct one. I'll write it here. Okay, surprising us with such remarkable performances, and we thank you and wish you good luck for your upcoming projects. So I hope you have selected the same answer and that's the correct one. Next is read the given sentence from a medical journal and you have to identify the error and you have to supply the correction in the sentence. That means two sentences are given to you and there is an error and you have to find out the error from from the given sentences and you have to correct it, okay. यही किया था. Okay, very good. Solo India. Harsh Mishra, this is this is set number 223. Okay, mentioned at the top. Okay, surprising is the correct answer. So, of flu vaccines, most common side effects are soreness, redness, and swelling at the injection site. These ought begin 6 to 12 hours after vaccination and can last up to how many hours? Up to 2 days, and can last up to 2 days. So, what have you selected in this one? I want to know your answers. Okay, Deepa, you directly want the answers. So, we'll try to directly jump on to the answers. So, here we have the mistake. These ought begin. So, what should be the answer? It should be these ought to. These ought to begin 6 to 12 hours after vaccination and can last up to 2 days. And even if you have mentioned should, I think that should be the correct answer. These should begin 6 to 12 hours after vaccination and can last up to 2 days. Okay. Ought to is the correct answer. बहुत ही अच्छा पेपर था, बिल्कुल हलवा. Okay, for you it was so easy. We are glad to know that. Okay, let's move towards the next question that we have now. So what you have to done is Tanu and Amit, they both had a conversation about the execution of Tanu's travel plan. That means Amit is talking to Tanu. Amit is talking to Tanu. Okay, the question that he asked is, will you be going with your family? So Amit is asking Tanu. So what will be the answer? If she, what you have mentioned, I want to know your answer also. What have you mentioned? Amit is talking to Tanu. So what will be the answer? Amit asked Tanu if she would be going with her family. Okay, that will be the answer. Amit asked Tanu if she would be going with her family. Absolutely correct, Darshan. This is the perfect answer. Good job. Absolutely correct. Now next is again we have a dialogue between Karan and his friend Parvez. So we have conversation between two people regarding Karan's winter vacation plans. So Karan says, how is your winter vacation plan shaping up? Parvez answers, alas, there are no plans. We have extra classes during our winter vacation. Now you have to select the correct option to complete the reporting of the above dialogue. That means you have to convert this from direct to indirect speech. Karan asked Parvez how his winter vacation plan was shaping up. Parvez sighed and said there were no plans. He further added that, what he was supposed to add? This. So now you have to convert this. Let's quickly convert it. So he further added that he had, or you can say there is we. So you will say he further added that they had extra classes during their winter vacation. So let's find it out from the option where it is. They had extra classes during their winter vacation. So option C is your correct answer. What have you selected, people? What have you selected, our students? We hope you have selected option C, that the correct answer is he further added that they had extra classes during their winter vacation. Okay, so that's option C. Deepa, not option D. They have will be wrong. You have to change the tense, beta. The tense here is present perfect tense. Have extra classes, it will change to past perfect. So option C is your correct answer. Let's move towards the next question that we have. You have to again select one of the correct answers out of likely, usually and occasionally. So the question says that it is our endeavor to settle your maturity claim on or before the due date. The servicing branch usually sends maturity claim intimations 2 months in advance. Usually will be the correct adverb that you have to use. Okay, sahi hai bilkul. Okay, Fiza Parveen, I am happy to hear that your answer is correct. C in the previous one, right? Absolutely correct. Very good, Sanjay. Usually is absolutely correct. Perfect. Beta, this is set 223. Okay. 10th schooling, I hope that's clear. Now let's move to the next question. Identify the error and supply correction for the given part of the note appearing on an educational website. So basically there is an educational, on an educational website there is something which is mentioned over here, and there is a note. You have to find the error in it. Okay. So the note says that an early and active communication is required as late notification may result in a delay redressal of your request. So now what have you mentioned? I want to know your answers also in the chat box. What have you mentioned over here? I'll tell you the correct answer. The error that we have here is this one, that is delay. So it will be an early and active communication is required as late notification may result in a delayed Okay, I've mentioned D as capital, but sorry, it will be a small one. Okay, so this will be the correct answer. Result in a delayed redressal of your request. You have to use second form of verb over here. It will be delayed. Okay. So I hope that's clear. Let's move to the next part. As we were reviewing the paper, we could see there are a lot of error spotting questions. Okay. So there were a lot of questions from error spotting. The next one is again from the same category, and it says that you have to find the error from this given line. Okay, these given lines. The question says that select the option that identifies the error and supplies the correction for a line from a research report on water conservation. So this is a report and two lines are from the report. Excess pumping of groundwater leads to decrease in groundwater levels, but if continues, it can exhaust the resource. So as you read it, you will get the answer itself, and good job everyone, those who are mentioning option B. It is absolutely correct. Superb everyone. Very good high level Krish, and those who have mentioned B, it's absolutely correct. Excess pumping of groundwater leads to decrease in groundwater levels, but if continued, it can exhaust the resource. So Darshan Gaming, absolutely correct. Trisha, very good. B is the correct answer. Yes, Deepa, B is correct. The correct answer will be continued. Okay, now let's move to the next question that we have. Complete the given narrative by filling in the blank with the correct option. Finally, she went to the best doctor in town. The doctor spent months on dash her until she was finally cured. Very easy. The doctor spent months on treating her until she was finally cured. So for this question number that we have 8th, option D is the correct answer, that is treating. So let me know your answers in the chat box. Have you also selected option D or you have selected something else? Okay, I can see almost all the students have mentioned D. Good job, Large, Gear, Kapil Yadav, Ashok Kumar, Trisha. Those have selected D, absolutely correct. Again, we have one more question with us that says, report the dialogue between two friends. The two friends are Madhur and Priyanka, and you have to complete the sentence. So Madhur says, do you know the importance of water for our body? I want to know your answers in the chat box. Unique talent, if it's related to the exam, yes, you may ask Pita. So Priyanka says, yes, indeed, water is essential for digestion and regulates body temperature. Okay, so Madhur asked Priyanka if she knew about the importance of water for their body. Priyanka answered in the affirmative. Affirmative means in a positive manner, in a positive way. Priyanka answered in the affirmative and explained that. Now, are we supposed to change the tense of this? Water was essential for digestion? No, it's a scientific fact. It's a general truth that water is essential for digestion. You cannot change the tense. So it's a universal fact. The tense will remain as it is. So the answer will be water is essential for digestion. So as it is, whatever is mentioned in the question, water is essential for digestion and regulates body temperature. And regulates body temperature, absolutely correct. No need to change the tense. Okay, so this is the correct answer. Okay, मैम ग्रामर करवा दीजिए बेटा, ग्रामर ही कर रहे हैं. Okay, you're asking for 253, just wait for some more time. Okay, so have you written the same thing? Water is essential for digestion and regulates body temperature. No tense change. Okay, so let's move to the next question. Fill in the blank by choosing the correct option to complete the part. Okay, and it says all rights reserved, note given in a textbook. So basically again we have a note from all rights reserved. So let's read it. No part of this publication may be reproduced, transcribed, transmitted, stored or translated into any language. Any person in relation to this publication may be liable to criminal prosecution and civil claims for damage. So how do we say that? हम सिर्फ ग्रामर ही करवाओ. We'll move to the literature part also. We will cover the complete paper. Okay, we won't only do the grammar part, we'll do each and everything. Okay, so yes, now what will be the correct answer? Any person who does any unauthorized act. So what will be the correct answer? For this it will be option C. So we will say any person who does any unauthorized act in relation to this publication may be liable to criminal prosecution and civil claims for damages. So option C is the correct answer for this one. Okay, next is Now complete the slogan by filling the blank with the correct option. There's no place like Earth to live and work, so let's make it a better place. Very easy. As soon as you will read the question, you will get the answer. Let's make it a better place to live, right? So that we can, live and enjoy and, live here peacefully. Ma'am, can we use whether instead of if? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. So the correct answer is option C. Okay, now we have the next question that we have. Identify the error. Again, a question from error spotting we have. Okay, so identify the error and supply correction for the following sentence taken from a copyrights document. And the lines are: the information contained herein is subject to change without notice. Reproducing, adaptation or translation without prior written permission is prohibited. So what will be the correct answer? The wrong part, the error part is the information contained here is subject. So the correct answer will be the information contained here is subjected to change. Again, it will be second form of verb, subjected to change without notice. Okay. So yes, done. So yes, on this note, I guess we have completed the grammar part also. So let us know your scores in the chat box quickly. How many marks you guys have got? Okay. What is the score that you have got? We are eagerly waiting. We want all the students to get, maximum marks. And so please let us know your scores in reading comprehension part and in grammar part. And then we'll move to the next part that we have. Okay. So we'll move towards the writing skills part, and for that I would like to call Simran ma'am, and then we'll discuss the writing section part. Okay.
Alright children, so now we'll begin writing section. We'll start. As Sharman Singh of 776 Hemkund Apartments, Arampur, you believe that as a law-abiding citizen who pays regular taxes, you deserve regular supply of clean drinking water in your house. Yeah, it is obvious now, if you are paying tax also and you are not getting clean water, hygienic water, then it is of no use. So however, your locality is facing acute shortage as supply is often disrupted without notice, causing problems to the residents. And in your locality, it is often seen that you are facing the same issue. Water supply is not there and you are also not informed about it. So write a letter, you have to write a letter to the director of Jal Board of your city area in about 120 words. Yeah, so this you must have written with the format. Alright, format के साथ आपने लिखा होगा. Alright, format के साथ आपने लिखा होगा. First of all, like your address, whatever your address is. Alright, then one line gap के बाद date लिखी होगी. Then you're writing to director of Jal Board and subject, and then you must have returned it. Either this or as Sonam Mehta, a resident of 14 Sunrise Apartment, Udaipur, you are distressed about the misuse and poor maintenance of the public park in your society. Okay, so public parks are there in your society, but they are not well maintained. Okay, so for that, what you have to do, you have to write a letter to the editor of local daily. I told you in the revision time also, the letter to editor will come, and this is easy. Like if you opt for this, it is easy comparatively to another thing. So 120 words mein same, your address, one line gap, date, and you must have written the editor and the name of the newspaper, and you begin with that. You must have ended it with yours sincerely, I told you when we did grammar and writing section. So this we have done. Alright, so next बताया था आपको letter, and one more thing is analytical paragraph. So cases of obesity are on the rise. Experts fear a health emergency unless the growing obesity problem is tackled on a war footing. We can say that we are in an obesity epidemic area in India, based on the graph given below. Okay? You have been given a graph of children, men, women along with the percentile of overweight people. Okay? Because of this obesity, the people who are gaining weight categorized form mein aapko it is given. So after analyzing this, you have to write analytical paragraph. This you have been told earlier also, you will be given a pie chart or graph, and you'll have to quote, you have to analyze it and write it down in a paragraph, isn't it? So you must have analyzed it, and this is for visually impaired candidates only. Then next must be there for you. Alright, so according to a new study, Indians are getting fatter. Experts fear a health emergency unless the growing obesity problem is tackled on war footing. This is the same question. Alright, it is about obesity only. तो आपको analytical paragraph लिखना है. Graph was given for those children, and for this normal children we have this overweight people. 2015 to 17 में आपको चिल्ड्रन का इतना था, मेन का इतना था, विमेन का इतना है. फिर 1921 में आप देखेंगे तो चिल्ड्रन का 3.4 percentile. So don't मतलब what can we figure out from this? It has increased over years. Like पहले जो 2.1 था, बाद में लेवल पे जब चेक किया गया तो 3.4 हो गया. And this 18.9 and further it grew 22.9. Increase ही हो रही है ये चीज. 20.6 and this is 24. So इस information को analyze करके you must have written well. I know that. Or if you hadn't attempted this question, then you might have gone for this. You must have gone for this. Life expectancy is defined as the average number of additional years. Life expectancy, you have read it in social science. Your teacher must have told you. I'm pretty sure about it. A person could expect to live if current mortality trends were to continue for the rest of that person's life. It is a standard indicator for the level of socio-economic development. Similarly, you have to write analytical paragraph. 5 marks. And you have written intro, comparison and conclusion. This you must have written. This is the, yeah, earlier it was about obesity, overweight wali cheez ke liye, and this table is for this life expectancy 2001 to 25 mein, age of men and women along with the year. So ye aapne kar liya hoga, I'm pretty sure. Clear? So how much? Next we'll come to writing section. Writing section is done, so sorry, now we'll start with literature section. Am I clear? अभी literature में check कर लेते हैं. Be quick, how many answers you have done correctly? कितने answers आपने सही किए हैं, कितने marks आए हैं? Quickly we'll check without wasting a single minute. Read the given extract and answer the questions for any of the given two. All right. The train pulled out the station. Pranjal buried Rajveer. ठीक है, Tea from Assam वाला chapter है ये. Rajveer had never seen so many greenery before. Then the soft green paddy fields gave away to tea bushes. It was magnificent view. Glimpses of India. Yes, tea from Assam से आया है. Question पे आ जाते हैं. No need to read this extract itself. State any one inference about Rajveer from the given content. Rajveer too was an ardent fan of detective stories. बहुत पसंद थी उसको, but at the moment he was keen on looking at the beautiful scenery. Reason was he was specially there. He specially went with his friend to know more about all these things, to be with the nature, tea plantation and so many things. उसके बारे में जानने के लिए वो गया है. So at that time he won't be interested in reading instead of enjoying the moment. So this you must have written. इसका आपको मिल गया होगा. This one, true or false. The reason Rajveer was interested in looking at the beautiful scenery was that the detective book he was reading was not interesting. Is it given in the chapter that the book his friend was actually reading was not interesting? Not at all. This can't be the reason. Actual reason is that he was there for that journey. He chose it. So he want to enjoy and he want to know each and everything related to that only. So this is your false. Okay. Next question. People who live in big cities are always fascinated by the natural beauty and abundant greenery. Elaborate in about 40 words with reference to the extract. Yes, those who live in big cities, okay, coming to us. If we live in big cities, we live in suppose Kota, and when it comes to visit a place, okay, which is connected to nature, which is related to greenery, we get excited to visit such places. Which phrase would correctly substitute doll-like figures? This is quite different, I must say. ये question आपको different लगा होगा. अब आपसे पूछा क्या जा रहा है? आपको phrase बताना है जो correctly substitute करे doll-like figures को given sentence में. तो first of all read the extract. The line from the extract. Dwarfing the tiny tea plants were tall, ठीक है, sturdy shade trees and amidst the oddly rows of bushes. ठीक है, वहाँ पे tea है, plants है, shade है और उनके बीच में bushes busily moved. क्या move कर रहे थे? doll-like figures. कौन थे doll-like figures? अगर किसी टी प्लांटेशन एरिया में जाओगे तो वहां पे डॉल लाइक फिगर्स कौन होंगे? कोई बता सकता है? डॉल लाइक फिगर्स doll like figures. All right, I'll tell you. टी प्लकर्स, टी प्लांटेशन में कौन होंगे? टी प्लकर्स होंगे ना. अगर आपको याद नहीं आया, इट इज फाइन, बट आई एम टेलिंग यू. All right, so और part में we had this another question. I went back to the bazaar in the shelter of the clock. This is the thief story. अनिल वाली story है, thief story, उसका extract है. Questions आपसे पूछे गए हैं. So first of all, questions we'll read out, then we'll come to this. Which of the following is not a reason? हमेशा question में not जब given है ना, circle it. Because what happens when we read the question, we read it very quickly that we often ignore no or not such kind of words. So कौन सा option इसमें से ऐसा नहीं है? That is not the reason why Hari Singh thinks he would not be able to write the whole sentences. ठीक है, कौन सा ऐसा कारण नहीं है इसमें? तो पहले according to me हम उनको टिक कर लेते हैं जो कारण है. Which reason is there? Which is the correct reason? So जब आप उनको टिक कर लोगे, बचा हुआ option will be the incorrect one. But इसके लिए correct होगा वो. देखिए, अनिल would not be there to teach him. अनिल नहीं होगा पढ़ाने के लिए. तो हाँ, ये बात तो सही थी, पर हमें तो नॉट का बताना है. तो जो है पहले उसको हम टिक कर लेते हैं. ही हैड ड्रॉप्ड, ऐसा उसने बिल्कुल किया है ये चीज़. ही वुड नॉट गो बैक टू अनिल टू लर्न, ये उसने भी डिसाइड नहीं किया कि उसको जाना है या नहीं जाना है. ठीक है, तो ये भी मतलब एक तरीके से हो सकता है रीज़न. ही हैड नो मनी टू टेक एडमिशन इन स्कूल, ये बात उसकी रियल थी, ये रीज़न नहीं होगा. चलिए अब हम नेक्स्ट पे आ जाते हैं. वाई इज इट फेयर to say that Hari Singh's tone when he says I could not cook his meals, run to the bazaar or learn to write whole sentences anymore is filled with remorse and regret. Okay, after stealing his money when he was his way back and he was about to board a train, but he missed the train, and that time when he sat somewhere, all these thoughts were rolling in his mind. ना इतने सारे thoughts उसके मन में आ रहे थे कि why it is, मतलब कि now he has done this, now he has dropped Anil, so now what would happen? वो regret कर रहा था कि why did he do so? अभी तक he used to do this, but Anil was the one who has told him so many things like how to cook, how to read, how to write. So this must have been there. This is also we are done with. Next question. What do you infer about Hari Singh from this statement? Whole sentences I knew could one day bring me more than a few hundred rupees. Alright, whole sentences. यानी कि अगर if he learns how to write, अगर वो बच्चा सीख जाता है कैसे लिखना है, तो he can earn more, he can get more money than even he had robbed from Anil at the moment. No. So straight true or false with reference to the given extract. The reason Hari Singh was filled with a feeling of guilt was because Anil trusted him. ठीक है, क्या ये reason था उसका regret, feeling of guilt का? Yes, obviously it was the correct reason. Then we'll come to read the given extract and answer the questions for any of the given two. Again, this is our next extract. One was from the chapter itself. This is from the poetry. The true chameleon is small, a lizard sort of thing. He hasn't any ears at all and not a single wing. If there is nothing on the tree, this the chameleon you see. How to tell wild animals में से है आपका ये question. So we'll come to question directly. Fill in the blank with one word. All right, one word से आपको fill करना है ये. When the speaker says if there is nothing on the tree, this chameleon you see, he refers to there is nothing on the sea. All right, the color. Okay, if you have seen chameleon, then it changes color. Okay, so this is the quality camouflage. Okay, so this is going to be the answer. What does the speaker mean when he said a lizard sort of thing? स्पीकर जब कह रहा है कि कुछ लिजार्ड जैसा था, उसका क्या मतलब है? लिजार्ड जैसा था उसका क्या मतलब है? What does it mean? यानी कि लिजार्ड की फैमिली से बिलोंग कर रहा था, सॉर्ट ऑफ लिजार्ड की फैमिली या उसकी ब्रीड से रिलेटेड था, वो यही कहना चाहता है. स्पीकर के माइंड में यही है. लिजार्ड जैसा होता है ना कैमेलियन, जो कलर चेंज करता है. मैम के अंदर टोन भी अप्रिशिएटिव इन क्वेश्चन. टोन हैज नॉट बीन आस्क्ड, आई गेस. We'll come to this question. जब ये question आएगा then I'll tell you. Tone तो it is not asked at the moment. Oh, all right, Abhinav. Which of the following best describes the speaker's disposition while describing the chameleon? Speaker के mind में क्या thought process है, उसका mood कैसा है, उसका टेम्पर कैसा है जब वो किमेलियन के बारे में बता रहे हैं. 4 ऑप्शन में से कैसा मूड है? इंडिफरेंट है, कुछ अलग सा है? बिल्कुल नहीं है, अलग सा तो नहीं है. उन्होंने बताया लिजर्ड के जैसा है. प्लेफुल हो सकता है क्योंकि ह्यूमरस है पोएट. रिस्पेक्टफुल, रिस्पेक्ट तो बिल्कुल शो नहीं कर रही है वो. सो विल गो विद दिस प्लेफुल. नेक्स्ट, comment on the poet's use of language in these lines. Answer in about 40 words. A poet ने यहाँ पर जो लैंग्वेज यूज करी है, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल इट इज़ फनी, ह्यूमरस पोम है, पोएटिक लाइसेंस है पोएट के पास. जिस तरीके से यहाँ पर हमें ये वर्ड्स गिवन है, टिज ओके, इस तरह के वर्ड्स यानी उनके पास लाइसेंसिंग है. उन्होंने ह्यूमरस जो है, बहुत ही ह्यूमरस पोम है और एक अलग ही आइडियोलॉजी के साथ लिखी है उन्होंने ये पोम्स, इस तरह की पोम्स. ऑलराइट, नेक्स्ट वी हैव माई हेड इज फुल ऑफ विस्पर्स, यानी द ट्रीज की पोम है. ठीक है, द ट्रीज वाली जो पोम है, एंड्रीन रिच. व्हाट इफ वी राइट डिसअपियर इन द अबव क्वेश्चन? अच्छा, ही रेफर्स टू डिसअपियर एज कैरेक्टरिस्टिक ट्रेट ऑफ अ ट्रू chameleon. If examiner, like, if he is going to consider it like appropriate word is the, maybe you get half marks for this. If the question is of 1 mark, you can get. चलिए, द ट्रीज वाले क्वेश्चंस पे हम लोग आते हैं. आइडेंटिफाई द फिगर ऑफ स्पीच यूज्ड इन द लाइन द ट्रीज आर स्टम्बलिंग फॉरवर्ड इन टू द नाइट. ठीक है, ट्रीज जो है वो नाइट में चल के जा रहे हैं. कहाँ जा रहे हैं? हमने पढ़ा था ये चीज़, पोम में पढ़ी है. सो फिगर ऑफ स्पीच कौन सा है, कौन सा पूरी डिवाइस है? मुझे बताइए. कैन ट्रीज मूव फॉरवर्ड? कैन ट्रीज मूव? हैव यू एवर सीन अ ट्री मूविंग? नो. कौन सा डिवाइस है ये? पर्सोनिफिकेशन. ऑलराइट, तो यहाँ पे यूज हुआ है पर्सोनिफिकेशन, जहाँ पे ट्री को पर्सोनिफाई किया गया है. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन पे, द मून इज ब्रोकन लाइक अ मिरर, इट्स पीसेस फ्लैश नाउ इन द क्राउन ऑफ द टॉलेस्ट ऑक, आंसर इन अबाउट 40 वर्ड्स. ठीक है, सो नाउ यू कैन नॉट सी द मून. नाउ मून इज नॉट क्लियरली विजिबल. अब ओक ट्री आ गया तो ऐसे ब्रोकन हो गया, ऐसे राउंड सा बन गया, तो पीसेस में विजिबल है. यस, पर्सोनिफिकेशन. मयंक शर्मा, योर आंसर इज करेक्ट एज आई टोल्ड यू. All right, personification is the correct answer. Now complete the sentence with the appropriate option. In the third line, the word listen is used to. Option. Very nice. Options आ गए ना. अब आपको अपने मन से लिखना होगा. You don't have to write by your own. Serve no purpose. यहाँ पे listen का मतलब क्या है? कोई purpose नहीं है पोएट का, ऐसा तो नहीं हो सकता. यूं ही तो पोएट कुछ नहीं लिखता, तो ये नहीं हो सकता. Emphasize listening carefully the sound of glass breaking. क्यों ऐसा करेगा ना, वो इतनी मीनिंगफुल पोम है ये, इसमें आपको ग्लास ब्रेकिंग की आवाज सुनाना चाहता है वो? बिल्कुल नहीं. एम्फेसाइज लिसनिंग केयरफुली एज अ चेंज इज अबाउट टू टेक प्लेस. चेंज आने वाला है. वुमेन आर गेटिंग फ्रीडम, दे आर गोइंग टू मूव फॉरवर्ड, तो यही इसका आंसर होगा. फिर भी नेक्स्ट पढ़ लो. अटेंशन नहीं ग्रैब करना चाहता वो, यही आपका करेक्ट आंसर है. नेक्स्ट, व्हाट डज द लाइन माई हेड इज फुल ऑफ विस्पर्स, पोएट का हेड फुल ऑफ विस्पर्स, which tomorrow will be silent, tell us about the poet's state of mind. पोएट के स्टेट ऑफ माइंड के बारे में बता रहे हैं कि पोएट इज इन सच अ स्टेट वेयर शी might have been faced and like what happens ki when a woman comes out for doing something, so there are a lot of voices. Basically it is society, it is those people, it is patriarchy, so many things. So now if women will go and work out, and when they'll do something for the society, so these talks will vanish. All right, question number 6. All right, now we'll come to 8th one. Answer any 4 of the following 5 questions. कोई से भी आपको 4 questions करने हैं. 5 questions are given. Answer number question number 6. Okay, let me check it once. क्वेश्चन नंबर 6 बेटा 2 पार्ट्स हैं इस क्वेश्चन के. अबाउट विच यू आर टॉकिंग, ऑप्शन वाला, दिस वन. Which of the following is not a reason why Hari Singh thinks he would not be able to write whole sentences? इसमें से कौन सा ऐसा reason नहीं है जो हरी सिंह सोच रहा है वो नहीं for he will not be able to write. So why he won't be able to write? Anil would not be there. हाँ ये बात बिल्कुल सही है. He had robbed Anil and left. ये बात भी बिल्कुल सही है. He would not go back to Anil to learn. He had no money to take admission in school. ये तो अभी तक उसने डिसाइड नहीं किया था. All right, we'll see to this. According to me, he had no money will work, but we can see to this question. Wrong bubble you have done in your OMR sheet, sort of, invigilator wala. Cut it. It's fine. They will cover, they will manage it. No need to bother. See, whatever you have done, it cannot be changed, and they are very cooperative. These people are very cooperative. Invigilators are very cooperative, and they must have done something which is beneficial for you. Okay, it won't cut your marks. All right, fun learner. Alliteration लिखा है आपने because of word T. Next question. What idea does the postmaster come up with? What did he do to stick to his resolution? He came up with the idea to help Lencho, and what he decided that all the employees of the office, they would collect money, but when they collected they were like 70 pesos, but somehow they managed to collect, and then they gave it to Lencho. All right, not directly, but it was in the envelope sent by God. Briefly bring out the contrast between young seagull's initial attempts to fly and his first successful flight. Okay, earlier young seagull was not having the courage, okay, to go and take a flight. Although his mother encouraged him, motivated him so much, but afterwards when his mother played a trick and somehow he took his first flight, he felt he felt confident, and he was the fear was inside himself, nothing else was there. Explain why Amanda wants to be an orphan. Because her mother nags her and she doesn't want to listen anything about shoes or about anything all the while. So she wants to be an orphan, because orphans don't have anyone to scold them or what. Next. The most laid-back individuals become converts to the life of high-energy adventure. Elaborate with reference to Kurj. All right. So this is about the story of this Arabs and all, no? When they came for fight and they stayed there only. Okay. Hindi and English I'll mix up. Bring out the central idea of the poem, The Tale of Custard the Dragon. Custard the Dragon का central idea, ये आपको पता है? इसमें क्या एक्सप्रेस करने की कोशिश की जा रही है? that people, that Custard was actually brave, but all the pets used to call him that he was, he used to be in cage only. So there are many people who will point you, who will say so many things, but you cannot, change them. You be the way you are only. Next question पे आ जाते हैं हम लोग. Answer any two out of the questions. आपने दो questions करने हैं. Mr. Harriet mean by happy period for himself. You very well know कि when the dog was there, all right, when the dog was there, so his mistress, dog's mistress used to send so many things, eggs, wines and lots of things which were not given to the dog by the doctor, but all these things were actually consumed by the doctor. वो सारी चीज़ें doctor consume कर रहा था और doctor के साथ जो employees थे वहाँ पर वो कंज्यूम कर रहे थे, बट ट्रिकी को ये सब कुछ नहीं दिया गया क्योंकि ट्रिकी का ट्रीटमेंट चल रहा था, ठीक है. सो ही वाज केप्ट अवे फ्रॉम ऑल दीज फूड, काइंड ऑफ फूड. दिस इज वी हैव डन. जस्टिफाई हाउ ईब्राइट्स मदर प्लेड एन इम्पॉर्टेंट रोल. बिल्कुल, ईब्राइट की मदर ने बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट रोल प्ले करा है. बचपन से ही वो अपने बच्चे को जो एक्टिविटीज़ में इन्वॉल्व रखा. Then she brought so many things so he used to be involved all over there, and more important, the book which he got, the book of Monarch, all right, उससे उसकी life में transformation आया. So he was into it, research and all these things, and then उसकी theory आ गई थी. A well-known book of nursery rhyme. कौन सी बुक ने बचाया है अर्थ को? ये तो बहुत आसान क्वेश्चन है, ठीक है। मदर गूस ने बचाया था हमें। मार्शियंस जो थे वो हम पे अटैक करने आए थे, ठीक है, मार्श के रूलर ने भेजा था, लेकिन जब उन्होंने हमारी बुक पढ़ी मदर गूस और उन्होंने उसका जो पोम की जो लाइंस हैं उसका मीनिंग जो है वही लिटरल मीनिंग ले लिया कि काउ कैन लाइक वॉक इन स्पेस एंड सो मेनी थिंग्स, उसने कहा कि नो दीज पीपल आर वेरी पावरफुल, वी कैन नॉट एक्वायर देम। सो ये क्वेश्चन भी आपका हो गया। नेक्स्ट पे आते हैं हम लोग, आंसर एनी वन, 6 मार्क क्वेश्चन। अ डिजायर इज मोर पर्सनल whereas a vision has broader connotations. So you have been asked to एनालिसिस आपको देना है एक वली जो चैप्टर है मैडम राइट्स द बस का, और साथ में नेल्सन मंडेला जो आपने पढ़ा है, ठीक है। राइट दिस प्रेजेंटेशन इंक्लूडिंग योर इनसाइट्स। अब इन दोनों को कनेक्ट करके आपको लिखना है इनकी अप्रोचेस को। देखो वली जो था वो वली जो थी बच्ची वो स्टार्टिंग से शी वाज मैच्योर, ओके, सो शी did not spend a single penny just to take a ride and somehow she managed to do it by herself, ठीक है, तो she was courageous। और यहाँ पर नेल्सन मंडेला he was also he fought for which अपार्थाइड सिस्टम के अगेंस्ट उन्होंने फाइट किया था। इन दोनों को मिक्स करके आपको यहाँ पे लिखना था, हिंट्स आपको गिवन है। सो ये आपने अटेम्प्ट किया है, अदरवाइज चॉइस आपके पास थी। यहाँ पर आपको क्या करना था, हाउ टू डील विथ लॉस पे अपनी असेंबली में बोलना था। आपको 2 पोम्स जो आपकी बुक की हैं, द बॉल पोम और जो चैप्टर है सर्मन एट बनारस, और सर्मन एट बनारस में बुद्धा की प्रीचिंग आपने इंक्लूड कर दी। ऑलराइट, कि बुद्धा ने क्या क्या बताया है कि man is mortal, nobody stays here, all right, so it is very important to be stable and accept the fact। किस्सा गौतमी वाला इंसिडेंट, if you remember that। अच्छा ये वाला आपने नहीं किया है, ठीक है। चलिए नेक्स्ट पे आ जाते हैं हम लोग। तो आपको दिया हुआ है गुड मॉर्निंग एवरीवन, इस तरीके से यू मस्ट हैव स्टार्टेड। नेक्स्ट, imagine that Griffin's in science pricks him and he decides to write a diary entry about misusing science and indigenous society। okay, Griffin सबको याद है, द इनविजिबल साइंटिस्ट जिसने खुद को इनविजिबल कर लिया था। सो क्या उसको गिल्ट था क्योंकि उसने साइंस का मिसयूज किया, तो उसको बहुत गिल्ट था, और गिल्ट था तो बिकॉज ऑफ दैट पे एक डायरी एंट्री लिखता है कि कैसे साइंस का मिसयूज किया और सोसाइटी को डराया। तो इसी के कॉन्टेक्स्ट में आपको अपना एक्सपीरियंस शेयर करना है, बट एज ग्रिफिन। तो ये सबसे आसान क्वेश्चन था मेरे अकॉर्डिंग, डियर डायरी वाले फॉर्मेट में आपको लिखना था, ओके। तो या फिर और में यू मस्ट हैव डन दिस। यहाँ पर आपसे पूछा है कि एक कैरेक्टर कैसे ट्रांसफॉर्म हो जाता है, वैसे ही मटिल्डा जो है उसका ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन कैसे हुआ। अर्लियर शी वॉज नॉट कंटेंट, शी वॉज नॉट हैप्पी, बिल्कुल खुश नहीं थी वो, एंड देन आफ्टरवर्ड्स अबाउट द होल नेकलेस इंसिडेंट हर लाइफ ruined, all right। All right, so now we'll be back with your next set, which is 2 2 2, so stay with us।
So hello students, I am back, and as you all were waiting and you all were commenting in the comment section continuously that you want to know the answers of your triple two set. So here I am, we are back, and today right now I am going to share the answers of your grammar part of your triple two set. So if we talk about the reading comprehension part, we don't think that we need to discuss it because the passages are the same and we have just discussed them few minutes ago, and same goes for the literature part. Literature is almost again the same. So here I am to discuss the grammar part with all of you of the set that is triple two. So those who have joined us right now, and if you want to know which set we are discussing, so we are discussing this set that is 222. Okay, so comprehension and literature part is same. So yes, I can see all the students are super happy that we are discussing the set that they wanted us to discuss. So yes, here we go. Okay, so let's start with the grammar part directly. So the question says that fill in the blank by using the correct form of the word in the bracket. Since you have been found guilty of dash poor results for 6 months at a stretch, we are issuing this warning letter to warn you. In the bracket they have given us deliver, so the correct answer here would be delivering. Okay, the correct answer here is delivering. Okay, so since you have been found guilty of delivering poor results for 6 months at a stretch, so the correct answer here is delivering. Okay, so let's move towards the next question now. The next question says that read the given sentence from the research that says that identify the error. You have to find out the error now. So let's find out the error. Identify the error and supply the correction in the sentence. So the question is, today researchers are trying to establish whether yoga must help relieve people from depression and arthritis. So whether yoga must help, how it can be a compulsion. Yes students, let me know your answers in the chat box. How it can be a compulsion. Must is usually used whenever there is a compulsion. You must report to office before 8 a.m. right? So here it is, whether yoga can help. Okay, so can will be the correct answer. So the error that here it is, that is must, and the correction part would be can. Okay, so today researchers are trying to establish whether yoga can help people relieve yoga can help relieve people from depression and arthritis. It should be can, it cannot be must. Okay, it is not a compulsion. Okay, now on this note, let's move to the next question that we have. Swati and Akshat, they both had a conversation about the opening of Swati's art exhibition. So now you have to report Akshat's question. He said, did the organizers offer you any discount? Akshat is asking this thing to Swati. Okay, so what he says that did the organizers offer you any discounts? The correct answer will be, you have to convert it to indirect speech, and in that case you will change the tense. Did the organizers, it clearly states that this is in simple past tense. As it is in simple past tense, you have to change it to past perfect, and in past perfect it will become if the organizers had offered her any discount. Okay, Shivani, just be patient for that. We'll come to even that set also. We will cover all the sets. Just be a little patient. Okay. So is it clear to everyone? If the organizers had offered her any discount. Okay. Next is, so read the dialogue between Manish and his father regarding Manish's cricket coaching. Father says that, did you get a new coach in the academy to train you? And Manish says, yes, the new coach is very motivating and pushes us to perform better. So now you have to select the correct option to complete the reporting of the above sentence. Okay. So what we will do, did you get a new coach in the academy to train you? It is in simple past. You have to change it to past perfect. But when I was checking the options, no such option has been mentioned. So let's stick to the first one. Let's stick to simple past only. Manish's father asked him if he got a new coach in the academy to train him. Otherwise, the correct answer should have been if he had got a new coach in the academy to train him, because simple past changes to past perfect, as you know, in direct to indirect speech. Rest of the part is already given. So yes, answer A should be the correct one. Okay. Next question. It helps anyone whom, who or which wants to enter into a contractual relationship with the company to gain knowledge about the company. So the correct answer would be it helps anyone who wants to enter into a contractual relationship. When we are talking about a person, we would prefer using who, okay, not which. So I hope that's clear to everyone, and I hope you all have selected the same thing, as your answer in the in your answer sheets. Okay. So yes, I hope that's correct. Now let's move to the next question that we have. Identify the error and again supply correction for the given sentence from a speech by an employee. We live in an ever-changed world, and in order to keep up and become successful, continuous education or education is a must. So the correct answer will be we live in an ever-changing world. Not changed, you cannot use simple past over here. It should be continuous because the world is continuously changing. So in that case, we will use ing. We will not stick to ed. It will be absolutely wrong. So the correct answer is we live in an ever-changing world, and in order to keep up and become successful, continuous education is a must. Hi Hakka, a very warm good evening to you, beta. So have you selected the same thing? Have you selected changing? Okay, that's the correct answer. Next, select the option that identifies the error. There are a lot of questions from error spotting. One must be good at it, and supplies the correction for a line from a research report. The research for better employment opportunities are the key mechanism by which the majority of the world's population can hope to improve their lives. So now research becomes research, for becomes about, are becomes is, can becomes ought to. So the research for better employment opportunities is the key. Opportunities, yes, it is definitely plural, but the search for better employment, here we are referring to this. So here we are referring to the whole this. The search for better employment opportunities is the key mechanism by which, so of course the starting part, that is your subject, that is the search for better employment, that is singular, that's why we have to use singular verb, and the correct answer for this will be are is wrong and is your correct answer. Okay, clear everyone? I hope your answers are correct. Next part, on scorching summer the desert became dry. Now we have used second form of verb. The desert became dry and there was no water left for the plants. Again second form of verb. The rose quickly began to wilt. सूखा पड़ने लग गया. जो रोज था, वो जो प्लांट था, वो सूखा पड़ने लग गया, सूखने लग गया था. So it began to wilt. Okay, began is your second form of verb. You cannot select any other answer, begin or begins. It would be wrong. Okay, Chandan Shankar, we will definitely do it. Don't worry. Just wait for like next 5-6 minutes more. Okay, and we'll come to that also. Let's move to the next question. Report the dialogue between two friends, Deepika and Nida, by completing the sentence. Deepika says, are you excited about your sister's marriage? And Nida says, yes, indeed, my family has been busy with the preparations for the past 2 months. So, Deepika asked Nida if she was excited about her sister's marriage, and Nida answered in the affirmative, again in a positive way, and explained that my family has been. So again it is present perfect. You have to change it to past perfect in the affirmative and explain that her family had been busy. Her family had been busy. Had been busy with preparations for the past 2 months. Rest remains the same, but yes, the pronoun and the tense will change, that her family had been busy with the preparations for the past 2 months. Okay? Clear everyone? Yes, Dharmesh, I can see you have written the same answer and it is absolutely correct. Okay? Let's move to the next question now. We use essential cookies to make our site work. With your consent, we may also use non-essential cookies to dash and analyze website traffic. Cookies too, whenever we have to. So of course after that we will use first form of verb. So what is the first form of verb that we have? That's first option. So the correct answer is with your consent, we may also use non-essential cookies to improve user experience and analyze website traffic. So after 2, it will be followed by first form of verb. Okay. What happened, Shreyas? English paper was lengthy. I'm doubting myself whether my answers are correct or not. That's why this live solution is for all our dear students, and you can check your answers are correct or not. Your whole grammar is correct, Rishi. I am super happy for you that all the answers are correct. And don't worry, those who have given the paper, now just take a chill pill. We hope that you have done well only. Okay? And you can check your answers also in this live solution. Let's move to the next question. Complete the slogan by filling in the blank with the correct option. The road to success lies along the path that's lined with recycling bins. Okay, so for this the correct answer will be option B, that is lined with. Okay, the next question that we have, the last question from the grammar section that we have is, our courses offer you concise training on individual growth and personal developments. Have you ever heard personal developments? Okay, we always say personality development or we say personal development. Okay, training on individual growth and personal development, not developments. So that is the incorrect part. Okay, it should be development. Okay, so that is your correct part. So we hope your grammar answers are also correct, because literature we have already discussed for the first set. I wrote yes, her family had been busy with the preparations for the past 2 months. Correct, that's correct, Himanshi. Good job. Shreyas, we hope you have written good answers and you'll get good marks in your literature part also, okay? We are very confident with our students. Maybe you are getting a bit nervous, but we are quite confident that you all have performed really well. And when it comes to grammar and reading comprehension, you can check it, okay? Yes, whether is also correct, beta. Whether and if both are correct. Okay, so on this note, we have completed one more set, that is 222, okay, 222 set. And now let's move towards the next set that we are going to discuss, and in that also we will discuss the grammar part, because that is the part which is absolutely different. Rest again, comprehension and literature part is again the same. So yes, students, please stay tuned with us. We'll be back with one more set, okay? Stay tuned with us and we'll be back in a minute, okay? Okay.
So students, I am back with another set, that is 2 to 1. So as you know, the passage is all the same. Whatever we discussed in the previous set, passages are same, both the passages. So now I am here with the grammar section, so we will solve it. Fill in the blank by using the correct form of the verb in the bracket for the given portion of a letter. Alright. Therefore, I request you to please consider this request of a park in our society so that each and every person can benefit and we can enjoy a healthy environment amidst the concrete jungle. Okay, and the verb is construct. What have you written, children? What have you written? The correct answer is constructing. And this concept was same in the previous set. Previous set में भी आपका यही same question था. But question was different, but the concept was same. After of ing form comes. Yes, very good. The thinker. Next, read the given sentence from an article on yoga. There is an article on yoga, and आपको उसका बताना है. B then A. Alright, this is absolutely fine. आपने section B पहले किया है, फिर C किया है. It is absolutely okay. Even I suggest my children कि बेटा पहले आपने section B करना है, then C, and in last you have to attempt section A. Because what happens whenever you attempt section A in the beginning ना, so it takes more time. So it is fine. Yoga should help lower blood pressure, cholesterol and blood sugar, all of which are not good for your heart and blood vessels. So should is the error here. Right? Yes, very good, the thinker. In place of should, can will come. I am glad. Yes. Next question. We'll come to next question. Manthan and Sonalika had a conversation about Sonalika's job interview. So report Manthan's question. Manthan का जो question है उसको change करना है. How are you preparing for the interview? No worries, Shreyas. It's fine. Mother. No, we were on this. How are you preparing for the interview? So what have you written? Manthan asked Sonalika. What have you written? Tell me. Yes, the thinker. See what happens, grammar में we have this variety of helping verbs and modals. So it happens like we can go with both the options at the same time. It can also happen. So Manthan asked Sonalika how she, because it is SMR which changes to was were, how she was preparing for the interview. Alright, next. Again dialogue completion between Meher and her mother. So her mother is like, are you enjoying your dance classes? Oh yes, I am loving it. It is so refreshing to attend them after a long day. So Meher's mother asked, you have to change this thing and you have been given 4 options. Which is going to be the correct answer? Let me know. Yes, very good, Rohit. Tell me the answer. No, could is not the correct answer. Vishnu, Gajendra, tell me. See, कोई चीज़ हो सकती है, can is for the ability part. कर सकता है. We are not pretty sure करेगा ही सही. Yoga will do this. Option number C. Okay. So are you enjoying? So whether she was enjoying her dance classes, yes, option C is the correct. I'm happy for all of you, Shreyas, Ompal, Divya, Vansh, Rohit, Shobhit, Star. We are discussing grammar and we have almost discovered literature part, which is the same. Passages both we have discovered. One was the mango one and another was about fossil fuels. Yes, next question. Fill in the blank by choosing the correct option to complete the line of a circular issued by organization to its stakeholders. ठीक है? So this is something, एक circular issue किया गया है, organization ने issue किया है अपने stakeholders को, in order to enable the stakeholders to dash all the applicable circulars at one place. The provisions of the circulars issued till January 6, 2024 are incorporated in this master circular. Incorporated is included. What will come? See, it means to reach, it means to evaluate, and this is something different. This is the correct answer. Yes, very good, Vishnu. Identify the error. Okay, कंपनी का ओरिएंटेशन प्रोग्राम का एक सेंटेंस है, उसका एरर आपने आइडेंटिफाई करना है. Alright. A founder's goal during the first phase is to learn how to obtain feedback on low prospective and real customers are experience the product. एक फाउंडर का गोल क्या होता है जब उसका फर्स्ट फेज है कि वो लर्न करे कि कैसे फीडबैक उसको मिल सकता है और रियल कस्टमर से जानकर. आर तो इज ऑफ नो सेंस हियर. आर इज द एरर एंड द करेक्ट इज हु. वेरी गुड, द थिंकर. Who is the correct answer? Who experienced the product? This is absolutely correct. Select the option that identifies the error and supplies the correction. In many low and middle income countries, ठीक है, बहुत सारी कम और उससे ज़्यादा वाली income countries में health coverage has improved dramatically in the last 2 decades, but health outcomes may not. तो यहाँ पर आप देखिए clearly हेल्थ कवरेज हैज़ में कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, तो ये ऑप्शन नहीं हो सकता. इम्प्रूव्ड हैज़ आपके साथ वर्ब की थर्ड फॉर्म आती है, वी कैन नॉट गो विद दिस ऑप्शन. मे की जगह पे हैव आ सकता है, बट की जगह पे. अब यहाँ पे देखिए ऑलरेडी वी आर डीलिंग विद द हैव, मतलब वो नहीं किया और मतलब उसमें इम्प्रूवमेंट है बट इसमें नहीं है, तो विल गो विद दिस ऑप्शन. दिस इज द करेक्ट. इन प्लेस ऑफ मे विल राइट हैव. ऑलराइट, am I clear with this? Very good, students. Next, fill in the blank. Complete the given narrative by filling in the blank with correct option. Excited about his newly earned powers, Midas started touching all kinds of things. Dash each item into pure gold, which is the correct option. A, B, C, D. Shobhit Chauhan. C option is not right here. B. Yeah, right now as I can think will be like excited about his newly earned powers. Midas started touching all kinds of things, turning each item into pure gold. Next, report the dialogue between two friends. Nidhi, have you mastered the art of cooking Chinese food? Neha, yes indeed. Nidhi asked Neha if she had mastered Chinese food. Neha answered in affirmative and explained. So what she has explained, I have been cooking Chinese food for a month. So what will be the correct answer? That she had been cooking Chinese food for a month. Alright. Next question. So fill in the blank. The authors of the book blank all reasonable care to ensure that the contents of the book do not violate any copyright or other intellectual property rights of any person. Has been taking, authors है तो has cannot come. ठीक है, तो has वाला ऑप्शन तो ऑटोमेटिकली एलिमिनेट हो गया बच्चों. Have been took, have been के साथ तो कभी verb की थर्ड फॉर्म आती है. This option is have taken. This is the correct answer. This one is the correct answer. Next, complete the slogan. Planting a tree is a very noble deed and dash the earth from global warming. बचाती है उसे. Saving, had saved, should save. Saves is the correct answer. Option A. Next, identify the error. Use this appliance only for its intentional use as described in this manual. Do not use attachments that are not recommended by the manufacturer. Tell me what is the error in this? Any error can you find here? See, intentional is an error. In place of intentional, intended will come. Clear with this? So I am so happy after providing solutions to you. Yes, so let me call Divya ma'am.
So yes, students, we hope that you enjoyed today's session where we discuss all the sets, right? 221, 222 and 223. So we hope it was an interesting session for all the students because, you know, we did put a lot of efforts to solve the paper and to, you know, bring out the best life solutions for all of you. So we hope you enjoyed this session, okay? And in the next session, we want to see all of you again because there we'll be discussing the life solutions of your subject science, which is your next exam. So yes, you should definitely stay tuned with us on our channel. So if you liked our efforts, then please do like this video, okay? Comment your how did you feel about this video. So definitely do not forget to like, comment and subscribe to our channel, and please stay tuned with us if you want to see the live solutions of your next subject, that is science. So thank you everyone. On this note, we would like to say goodbye to all the dear students, and we would like to wish all the students all the best for their next exam.